Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I hope you're all well, hope you're all having a good week. So today's going to be another bonsai video, so I hope you enjoy the bonsai ones. And that's a little bit different from my normal gardening things, my veg garden, but I enjoy the bonsai. So I've been to the garden centre and I go there quite a lot just to look in the clearance bays and stuff to see if they've got anything interesting. And I came across this, some sort of miniature holly. I've managed to identify it as Ilex aquifolium. I paid £3.50 for this. The lady in the garden centre said it suffered in the harsh frosts that we had a couple of months ago. It went down to minus 15 degrees Celsius, so that's really cold, and obviously things that are in a pot, it would just turn into a block of ice and things can suffer. So, but other than that, it looks pretty healthy. It's got lots of new growth coming through on it, and I think with the really small little holly leaves, it'll make quite a nice little bonsai. So it's going to begin its bonsai journey today. So I'll take you over to the potting bench and we'll have a little play with this holly tree. Okay, so I've just brought out a little plant label. So this is, I've identified it as this is the closest thing I could find, Ilex aquifolium. So if you look that up and tell me what you think, I think that's probably the right thing, that's probably what it is. But anyway, so this is the little tree. It's some type of holly for sure. I'll give you a close-up view of it in a minute. But clearly it's planted very deep in there, because I can see the branches are completely buried. That's a new branch there which is buried down, so well, that might be why it's not looking so good as well, because it's buried too deep. And hopefully there's nothing in the soil, no grubs or anything. But either way, I want to get it out of the pot and have a look anyway. I'll bring you in closer so you can see all the new growth on it and stuff. Okay, so obviously you can see it's suffered. You can see these brown leaves are just dropping off. But you can see how much new growth's on it. So it looks like it's recovered. See all the new shoots waiting to come out. And all this looks nice and healthy. So I'll just go through and clean it up in a minute. And we'll take it out of the pot. And I can probably just knock it and all these are falling off. So I'll remove all the brown stuff. We'll take it out of the pot, see what's underneath. Because like I said, clearly it's buried quite deep in there. You'll find that garden centres tend to do that, plant nurseries. They tend to bury things far too deep. See, these branches are completely buried. And most of the time it's good for the tree to do that, but some trees don't like having parts of them buried above the roots. It can make the stems go rotten. And I'm hoping there's nothing in the soil. This damage may not be frost, it may be some sort of grubs or vine weevils in the soil. So either way, I want to take it out of the pot to have a look. So I'll put it in my little potting bench and we'll have a little look what's underneath the soil. Okay, so let's get this out of the pot. So all these brown leaves are just dropping off. Let's get this out and have a look underneath. See what we've got. So straight away I can see it's got some good roots on there. I can see some nice white new roots. It's not pot bound. So we just need to remove all this. Get these weeds out and see what is underneath the soil. Because I guarantee there's quite a lot of stem buried under there, which we could potentially use in the bonsai. Try and change the angle so you can get a bit of a close-up view. Okay, so I can tell it's buried deep because we've got branches poking up from the soil here. So all we need to do is work our way down. And see what's underneath. It'll be easier to use some sort of tool. Just scrape away at this. All these roots at the top are not really important, so as long as we don't destroy too much of the roots, the tree won't suffer. I'll just keep scraping away and see how far down it is to the actual root base. See already that all that was buried underneath, including that branch completely buried. I can't see any fine weevils or grubs in here, so the reason it's gone brown in some places may have been the frost. As far as I'm aware, it's supposed to be a fully hardy tree, so but you find when things are in potted, they're not quite as hardy as what they would be in the ground. So we're getting down to the roots now. I really need to get myself a root rake if I'm going to keep going on at bonsai. Save my fingers. So all these little roots at the top here don't really matter. So you can see there how much further down it's got. So I'm still scraping away, just trying to see if we've got any thick roots down here. So far I haven't found the root base. But it may just have loads of fine roots. I'm just trying to pull them all out sideways, any of the ones that are kind of wrapping around the trunk. If they're going around that way, I'm trying to pull them down the side so they're radial. I'm not going to cut any roots off unless I really have to. The ones that want to point up I'll probably cut off. Like this one here. There's a lot of fertiliser balls in here. So these little roots, I'm not too worried about. I just want to find where the main root base starts. I think it's about there. Yeah, I found the root base now. And there's a nice thick root there. Another one there which is wrapping round. So we'll try and pull that up so we can get it to go out sideways. So you see a lot of people when they're making bonsais will remove all the soil, and you can remove the soil. Obviously people find that it works, but this isn't actually going to be going in the bonsai pot yet. I'm just going to put it back in that container. So I'm not too bothered about the roots underneath. You can see now that we're down to the thicker roots, and we've gone down about 2 or 3 inches to get there. You can see there, that's one of the main roots. So that's all I wanted to do, was get down to that before I start tinkering with anything else. And all these little fine ones that are up on the stem, I'm going to get rid of. Any that are wanting to stick up. Okay, so this is the side I've decided to do as the front. You can see the trunk's got a bit of a bend there, and the root, there's a nice bit of root coming out that way. So I've decided to make that the front of it. And then I can probably bend these branches down a bit, so they're quite stiff. We might be able to. But if not, I'll just leave it as it is and give it a little prune. Because the shape's quite nice already. So I'm going to get it back in the pot with some better soil. Okay, so for now it's just going back in this pot with my standard soil mix, which is compost, bark chip and horticultural sand. So I'm not putting in a bonsai pot yet. I may have to remove a couple of these roots that are pointing up here, so just going to get in the way. So I'm going to try and plant it quite high up in this pot. And when I get, I'm going to try and buy some little bonsai training pots at some point. But for now I'm just using these little round plant pots, which are just 3 litre garden pots. The tree will be fine. It's just not really a bonsai until it's in a bonsai pot, but like I said, this is just starting its bonsai journey. So we've sorted the roots out a bit. So I'll just add grit to my compost just to improve the drainage. Because the last thing you want is your tree to be sat in damp, soggy compost. Sometimes it can go a bit soggy. It's not good for the plants. So I'm just trying to figure out what's the best angle to put this at. Which side did I decide was the front? So it doesn't really matter too much once it's in this pot, because it's a circular pot, so you just rotate it. And I'm just going to plant it. That's about the angle I want, if you can see. But I might lean it back a bit more. And I'm not worried about exposing any of the roots at the moment. There is one quite nice root there, so okay, so that's that potted up. And that's the angle which I'm going for. That's going to be the front. Okay, so that's what we've got at the moment. I want to kind of bend these down a bit. Although they are quite thick, I don't really want to take them off. But for now I'm just going to cut them back a bit. Take them back down to that all there. The dead branch. Try and get rid of all these little brown dying leaves. Trying to do this at kind of a funny sideways angle. Yeah, a lot of these leaves have died off. But I'm sure it'll come back. See, that one's got new growth on it. I'm just taking out the tips of these. And obviously that one's died off completely. That one will have to come off. I'm not sure about that branch there. I'm trying to use the camera to look at it. I think it'll be fine without that branch because we're right in the front. So we'll get rid of that one completely. Get rid of these dead leaves. Juice this one a bit more. I'll leave that little back branch there. Didn't realise how dead some of these are, they're all just falling off. Even if it's mostly defoliated, it should still come back. So it's obviously something's happened to it. It must either been the frost or something else. Who knows? But anyway, it has got new growth on, so all these leaves come off very easily. Yes, that's probably about all I'll do to it today. And we'll just let it recover now. So we've repotted it, removed all the growth, all the dead growth that was on there. And I'll just leave it in the greenhouse to recover. And any of these other dead leaves will just fall off as the new stuff grows through. See, even a lot of these green ones are actually dead and falling off. So I'm hoping the thing survives. Sure it will. Anyway, that's all I'm going to do for that one for now. Okay, so this is what we ended up with. Our little miniature Holly bonsai tree, or what will be a bonsai tree. I didn't realise when I started that even these leaves, like this one, you can see they're ever so slightly brown, they're just all falling off now. So maybe doing this wasn't such a good idea at this stage. I should probably let it recover first, but like I said at the beginning, I wanted to see if there was anything in the soil that was killing it, which there wasn't. So, and you can see all the new bits of growth coming through, so I'm hoping it will recover and it will fill out, and then I can do some more pruning. I think you see where these have gone brown here, they may be dead, but then saying that, there's also new growth coming on there. So for now I think I'm just going to leave it alone. I'll leave it in the greenhouse until the weather warms up a bit outside, just to give it a nice environment to recover. So the trunk's got a nice little bend. It's not an overly interesting tree, but it's good to experiment. And obviously this was a very cheap tree, so I haven't really wasted anything. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you, and I'll get back to it if it survives. I'll get back to you and we'll do another, we'll have another go at it, maybe try and get some wire on it. I did notice these trunks are quite, these branches are quite fragile because I was bending it, and I don't know how far I'll be able to bend that before it snaps. So, but I'm just going to leave it alone, let it recover. So I think it looks pretty good. Once it's got some more leaves and it's recovered, like I said, we'll give it another go. Okay everyone, so thank you very much for watching. So I've put this plant marker where the front is, so that's going to be the front there. Although I can change my mind if I feel the need. But I'm just going to leave this in here. It can live there for now. So it's got to be a little bit of shade, a little bit of shelter. And it won't get cold again, hopefully. Even if it does, it's sheltered in the greenhouse. So we'll get back to that one at some point. And I did pick up another one, I just want to show you quickly. I showed you last time, but I picked up this azalea the other day. Little Japanese azalea, I think it says Japanese. Anuk. It was basically the same sort of situation where most of it died off. But as you can see, this one's now recovering in here. You can see all the new buds come in. We've actually got a few flowers on there as well, so I haven't done anything to that one yet. And obviously I've got all my elm stumps, which we'll be playing with as soon as they come back to life. and all of my little maples, Japanese maples and stuff. So I hope you enjoy this type of video. Sorry if you don't. If you don't, just skip past them and wait for the next veg garden update. We'll be planting out some potatoes and that soon, and other bits and bobs. My peas have come up, marigolds have come up, some of the onions have come up. So it's all exciting time of the year for us gardeners. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you all have a great week, and I will see you on the next one.